Rikishi, he's found himself in a little bit of drama. So the story starts with his podcast. To take a step back even further, Zilla Fatu, who is the son of Umaga, he's on the independent scene. He was able to make it to TNA's Slammiversary, their biggest show of the year. Big time debut because a lot of people was watching the Slammiversary. So he made his first appearance, we would say, in a major promotion here. And Rikishi, he talked about it on his podcast as he talks about all of his bloodline. And he had some critiques to say about it. So let's hear what Rikishi said about Zilla Fatu appearing at TNA.
Right. If he had long hair, I would have thought it was Jeff Hardy out there. Like, on the independent circuit, Zilla's been building his brand out there. You know, that's Umaga's, son. And when you finally get onto a big screen, like that had to be his big television broadcast opportunity, right? I didn't see why, he would put the paint on his face. For me, it wasn't good marketing. Like, I felt like you were marketing Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy does not need any marketing. Jeff Hardy is an icon in his own right, right? I get it. You love Jeff, Jeff loves your pops, but your pops is not here anymore. So, at the end of the day would you have gone, I feel that, him coming out as himself, as, who people see us as, would have benefited him a lot more than coming out with a paint by Jeff Hardy. And I believe Jeff Hardy had similar paint on, that night, because that's what Jeff Hardy does, is paint his face. So I don't know who talked that kid into, painting his face. Again, to be able to, I feel like he's still learning, right? And, I watched the match. I wasn't too, I wish I was there in the locker room to help orchestrate his spots, because you got a lot of guys in there that are a lot more advanced. And then when you have a young kid in there, there's just so much happening, right? He's excited. It's first time on this big stage, big platform of TNA.
So does Rikishi not realize that Jeff Hardy got his little paint style from Umaga?
Did he?
Yeah, I shouldn't say style, but the type of paint he uses is the type of paint Umaga uses. That's why he's able to draw on his eyelids and shit.
Okay. So they were really close.
Yeah, like I just recently saw a video where Jeff Hardy gave Umaga credit for inspiration for his gimmick, because he saw that Umaga had fucking face paint, which Rikishi seems to have forgotten. He saw him put face paint on. He's like, "Oh, what kind of paint are you using?" And yeah.
Yes, and I think that's the bigger thing is like Umaga had face paint. I don't know why Rikishi fails to have remembered that. Also, Usos, when they were tag team, especially when they started, they had face paint.
Yes.
So why is he jumping on Zilla for having face paint when all his family does it?
I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird thing to critique, especially when you have a history in your family of doing it.
Yeah. And there was a line in there that really seemed to set people off, is when he said that Umaga's not here anymore. It did seem kind of out of pocket that he would just throw that in there. Like, why was that part necessary? And I think family tree wise, Umaga was his brother, right?
At least his cousin, because they're all cousins.
Yeah, they're brothers. Just seems kind of weird that you just throw that in there. Oh, he's not here anymore.
Well, I think the whole thing is weird. Let's go ahead and put Zilla up here, because this is the face paint. So, I mean, he's clearly, he being Rikishi, he's clearly reminded of Jeff Hardy somehow.
I'm not trying to defend Rikishi here, but maybe he was saying it's a little too much, because the red part, like, his face is completely covered. So maybe he's saying it's like a little too much with the face
paint. It is
paint.
ugly. I'll give him that, but I don't see Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I wouldn't get Jeff Hardy. I don't know who I would get from that.
Boogeyman, maybe?
I would just say this guy's got his face painted red. Now, if I'm being fair, like let's say I didn't have the context of Rikishi, I didn't have the context of this being Umaga's son. I see this guy on TV. He's got his face painted, and then I find out that's Umaga's son. Maybe I'd question why he has face paint on.
'Cause Umaga had face paint.
He did, but it wasn't to the extent of this, of like
Well,
having
he's doing his
whole-
own thing.
Yeah, I don't know. The red might be a little much. Like if he had just the black, maybe you have something there, but the red makes it a little bit much. Again, I don't see Jeff Hardy out of it, but I don't know. I can see where Rikishi's coming from. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he was right. I'm just saying I can see where he's coming from now.
No, his point is that he's trying to be a Jeff Hardy clone. And I think he's off base there. And I think he's overlooking the fact that there's a history of Samoans having face paint. So I think he just kind of either forgot about that or he's willingly ignoring that just to, I don't know, knock him for reminding him of Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, it just seems weird. But it's going to get weirder. So that happened. And then Zilla went to defend himself. This is a now deleted tweet. So excuse the screenshot here as I didn't get it in time. But Zilla, he came back. Again, now it's deleted, but he did go back at Rikishi. In a tweet, he said, "For you to talk down on me and chase for clout is out of pocket. 100." This is how he wrote it, by the way. It's not me. "You got my number, so why you ain't text me or call me personally and put me on game? Question mark. At Rikishi. Instead, you went on your podcast and do the most. And for your information, Unc, my pops is here. He ain't never left. 100." So that was his rebuttal. Ebonics aside, he does have a point. Like, why are you? No, I can't let it go. Why are you typing like that?
Right? I would look at that with the emojis and the slang, and like, I can't read that. If you want me to respond, you better speak in English, dude. I think what he's saying is Rikishi should have approached Zilla man to man as opposed to going on his podcast saying all that weird shit about Jeff Hardy and Umaga for some reason.
Yeah, he should have talked to him in private about this instead of putting it on the podcast. But, he was asked the question, so it wasn't like he went out of his way to talk about it. We didn't play that part of the clip, but he has a co-host, and the co-host asked him what did he think of Zilla Fatu's debut. And that's what he had said about it.
They could have just said good. There's a couple things I didn't like, but overall it was good.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. I talked to him in private, and hopefully we can get it squared away. But yes, that's what we had there. But then Zilla Fatu's mother got involved, and we have a little snippet from her. Apparently she has a TikTok, so
Of course she does.
that's news to me. I guess she was asked about it, and this is her, let's just say, defending her son.
I'm the one who said, go get the twins. Twins are handsome. I think we can pull this off. And then he said, okay, let's go get them. And that's what the fuck we did. Where was his dad at? He never did shit. And he got jealous. How many months were the twins here? 9 fucking months they stay with me. 9 fucking months. 9, 10 months they got their development deal. Why? I was cooking every day, every morning, make shake, take their asses to the gym. We all went to the gym, come back home, shower, then my late husband would take them to Booker. Come on now. Same thing, same shit, pound, grind. What happened? They got development deal, 9, 10 months. 9, 10 months. And this is when his brother was jealous of him. Sorry, I'm putting all this in. This is the same.
So the twins she's referring to are obviously Jimmy and Jay Uso. So she's revealing that, number one, her and Umaga were the reason they got to the WWE, took them in, cooked their meals, get them to the performance center, get them training. But what she's revealing is Rikishi was jealous of Umaga. Again, the whole set off of this whole thing was the part where he said Umaga's not here anymore. This is what got them all pissed off.
Yeah, of course it pissed him off.
Yeah, so that's why everybody's addressing the whole thing. Like, no one's talking about Jeff Hardy anymore. They're all talking about the fact that he said Umaga's not here anymore.
Well, and honestly, I couldn't blame Rikishi for being jealous of Umaga. Umaga was the Samoan bulldozer. Rikishi was a dancing fat ass.
Well, he was over with Too Cool.
He wasn't over like Umaga was.
He wasn't, but what he would tell you is he didn't care what he was doing because he's making so much money.
Well, that may be, but I don't know. I would think like if you're a punter or a kicker or something, like there's a part of you that wants to be the starting quarterback. Like sure, you're making a whole bunch of money or you have a spot on an NFL roster, but you still want to be like the star.
True. No one wants to be the backup forever. And if you do, then maybe there's something wrong. Why are you even here if that's your ceiling? Oh, I'm on the team. I'm good.
But I do think Rikishi's wrong overall for comparing Zilla to Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, we lost that in the whole thing because, again, people heard that one little snippet and is like, okay. But yeah, it seems to be getting ugly now. Rikishi, I checked, he has not tweeted anything as of yet. So, yeah, it does look like we'll have to wait until the podcast to get his response. But that is the Rikishi family real-life bloodline war or tribal combat that's going on. Let us know what you think of it in the comments below.